What it do? It's your boy T. Lou, my co-host El Ray Fast Eddie. Um, can't roll my R, so sorry if I butchered that or sounded very I can't say that on the air probably. First things first, round one of the fantasy new formatted playoffs. We had Mr. Swift and Co. against the Virginia Buzzies. That was the game of the week. And it was also not the game of the week because Shiv damn near won by 100 points. Virginia Buzzies, what happened, man? What happened? I don't know. Quan's not here to
Either.
defend himself, but
I'd
Shiv
rather
drop
wait.
a Shiv drop a 164 is he would have beaten anyone. So I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
just got unlucky there. And then he'll be moving on. He'll be facing Kiwi this week today, actually. Um, and the other matchup, not to be that guy of no surprise due to the streak that is now going on. I think what is it, 11 years straight or something like that of not surpassing the first round. We got Hubba Chubba losing in a decent margin against the Tampa Bay Buckies, and the Buckies will be moving on to the semifinals, and we could potentially get a finals rematch, or we could put actually. There's two potentials for two different finals rematches. We got Kenny and Kiwi when they finished on a tie, and then Kenny changed his name to the real champ, because Kiwi won off of the head to head, although it's not the bench points, but he won off of bench points too, even if it didn't matter. So Kenny lost in a heartbreaking fashion. And then we got myself and the commissioner of last year. So, a lot on the line. Hopefully we
I still
get.
take Celtics.
Yeah,
God damn,
that's what
because he's one behind you.
I'm saying. So hopefully we can run it back because I definitely want my lick back on Shiv. Pause, but I need that to feel good about myself. Like, you know what? I'm glad he
I
won
need
last year.
that.
Yeah,
Need that.
because just like he took away my chance of going back to back, I want to do the same to him. So that's just the me being petty, but. We got Mr. Swift and Co. against Penance Patrol. Who you got winning and heading on and punching their ticket to the championship?
I mean, no surprise here. I got Penance Patrol. Um, I think he's been too consistent. He's been the best team for the better part of like 90% of the season. And his team is showing out, towards that back end of the schedule. So like I don't see anything changing that. Funny enough, his bye week last week would have been the perfect time to take him down because he didn't score as much and Shiv scored 164. I don't see a duplicate performance from Shiv twice. Yeah, twice. It has to happen twice. Yeah, twice in a row. So I think even if Shiv has one really good week, Kiwi might drop 150 twice in a row and get to 300. And I just don't even see Shiv getting to 300. So, Shiv's team has been scoring hot as of late, but I just can't see that being duplicated twice, now that they're 2 week matchups.
Yeah, I I agree. Yeah, I've been saying it since the beginning. I got Penance Patrol. I do think Shiv has a decent chance, especially 164 any week kind of makes you nervous. So I know Kiwi's trying to play it cool, but I know he's a little nervous right now. He's like, Chris Godwin got a touchdown on Thursday. I'm like, hopefully one of my players don't have a dud. So we'll see. The projections are whatever the projections say. I don't really think it holds too much weight, but yeah, I got Penance Patrol, just all around a better team, and you
Mm,
never know. You never know. Plus the 5 point bonus also doesn't help. So
exactly.
um, and on to I
And,
guess if it's
and
Mhm.
one more thing too, it's like it's a semifinal, so like Kiwi should sweat a little. I think everyone in
Yeah,
the here should sweat. Like I don't think anyone should expect to win easily. Like the four teams that are supposed to be here are here. That doesn't happen every year, so
no,
it's a good. I think the four best teams, the top four score. Well, Kenny, but Kenny's team has been scoring a lot as of late, so I think he definitely deserves. Everybody deserves to be here. So
yeah,
you know. Keyway, you got to sweat this out. No championships are easy. You know better
none.
than I do, so
Yes, sir. And last but certainly not least, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going head to head against King of the West. Who we got? Who we got?
I think, I was gonna say I think that's gonna be a closer matchup, but I think, either one of them could, both of them could be close. But I think that's a that's a tough one. That really is a toss up, because
Just
I'm I'm gonna go King of the West. And it's not because I want to see that, although I would want to see if Kiwi makes it, I would want to see Kiwi versus Kenny.
mhm,
But I also would like to see Kiwi versus you because I also always like the novelty of seeing something we've never seen before, like a matchup we haven't seen.
mhm,
But Kenny's team has he's been scoring a lot. Like I don't think people have seen like the last few weeks of the regular season and even
mhm.
last week on bye, like he's been, and it's
Phillips and them.
mostly because Dak has been in his bag.
Mhm.
And I, yeah, I'm not confident with this pick, but I'm gonna go King of the West.
King of the West. Okay, okay. I take full offense to that. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, that's actually my pick as well. I know I'm kind of trolling with the Kenny My Son Bully gang. It's only because he didn't opt to troll, and shout out to him for not doing that. But he is the king of the West, and I think after all the smack talk we've been doing over the season, it would just be fantasy karma to have both Western Conference teams make the championship. So I'm gonna still pick Penance Patrol just because I said I always will. But I would not be surprised if we see a Shiv and Kenny championship. And then at that point, I mean, you know, best man wins. I guess I would lean towards Kenny winning, hoping he would win because
I would hope for a
I,
tie.
yeah, yeah, right. Something to where like no one leaves with anything. But yeah, I got King of the West. I think the 5 points help a lot. And the projections, I mean, after the first 30 seconds of the game, you're gonna see like, oh well, Kenny has a 49% shot. Oh, actually, he has a 56%. It's like it doesn't really make too much sense, but
Worst edition ESPN ever put.
yeah, it's actually
Exactly.
terrible. Yeah, they,
Yeah.
they they need to get rid of it, to be honest. But
And I've lost on 99 to 1 where I had 90. Like, you just don't want to see that, honestly. Like it's unnecessary.
you have any closing remarks you want to say before I end this broadcast?
I just want to end a heartfelt message to the people who were eliminated last week. Um, First, I'm gonna get my jokes off. Welcome back. Welcome to Cancun. Me and Joe have been holding a spot for you guys. You know, as usual playoff contenders that were like knocked out because of the new format. There's extra seats in this Cancun resort. You know, I should have changed the background. I should have thought of that because that would have been perfect. But maybe next week I'll do that or when we record the next time. But actually, I might be in person. Stay tuned. But welcome. But I do want to say, you guys had some great seasons, Danny, especially you. You
Not
weren't
facts.
supposed to be here. And like I'm not
No,
just saying that as a hate, you weren't supposed to be here and you figured out a way to get into the playoffs because you're a competitor. You almost didn't do the punishment would have costed you a pick. Like, see, if you just, do what you're supposed to do, you get rewarded for that. And you had a really good season and you didn't even go to the draft. So, that should motivate you next year. Like, yo, like you got a good chance. Let's get this first round monkey off our backs and let's make a run.
no.
As for Quan, I don't know how many more seasons you got where you're gonna have a season like this and not win. I feel for you because the 1 week thing, you didn't even get a chance to really get off the mat and defend yourself. Not saying you would have won. I mean, 164, even in a
Yeah,
two,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like I'm not saying that's the reason, but like I had a feeling this would happen to someone because that's what happens. And I kind of feel for you because I did think you had a top four roster, but sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. It's happened literally to all of us. So, Joe's had a top four roster every season of his existence except for Dolphins walking corpse.
Shout out
So,
to them. Shout out to them.
and he still hasn't gotten one. So it happens. What we don't want
Does.
to see is if I had done this. I'm glad Shiv did do it the way he did it because there was none of this. If I had done this, if I had done, nah, there's nothing you could have done.
Okay.
Yeah, it was TA. So. It's always next season, and yeah, at
Thanks.
least watch the rest of the season. Just like me,
To
feet kicked up, and yeah, no
to
worries
enjoy it.
about who's playing.
Lastly, you can't see it because I blurred my background, but uh, know what I'm saying? Get your Bucky's merch, support the cause. We got the lanyard going. It's about 30 bucks a pop. Hey man, anything to support the cause. But Tampa Bay Buckies, man, we trying to win big, man. We trying to win big.